PSA video. I learned something this past week. I think on Friday I learned about it. And you know what? There's other teams that I'm positive are unaware of this. So let me just bring up my screen here. Hopefully that brought it up. Hell yeah, it did. Nice. Added a hotkey. What can I say? Stand-ins, player replacement. So you can find all rules, by the way. Tournament, and you go to rules, and it should be the same for Archon, Contender, Intermediate, all groups. Or you can also go to Discord and go to 82L League rules, and you can find the stand-in section. Unless if I actually just went over it, you can read it as well. Here it is, copied and pasted. Very basic. You're allowed 2 stand-ins and up to in a game. Contact admins if you're needing a long-term stand-in. They must meet player count rules. Yada yada. Keep reading. But here's the thing, and I did not know this. And I'm the captain for Midnight Impulse, Fireman, and I don't think Chad was aware of this rule either on the instigators. If you need to use a stand-in for a game, you must make a ticket with the following information: Dota buff of stand-in, player being stood in for, and who you are playing against. We will include the opposing captain in the ticket, ensure that all protocols are followed. So if you need a stand-in, and I did ask because I needed two, and one of my stand-ins I had to get a stand-in at like 8:56, 4 minutes just before 9 Eastern time, and I think I got one 4 minutes in. I still need to set up a ticket, and apparently the admins are waiting and ready to go for it. So I used two stand-ins. Both of them would have passed. I wasn't pulling a fast one. My Archon 2 was a Crusader 2, and my Archon 5 was an Archon 5. Chad also used a stand-in, and it was the same rank as Chad, and I was good to go with it. But both of us did not send that information to an admin. And there's certain teams in this in these there's certain teams that are really cranky about the rules and will make you forfeit a series if you don't follow the rules. So please do this. If you are a captain of the team and you need a stand-in, make sure you do something with the admins, because I don't want to see anybody have to forfeit a match because they didn't do this. You know, it is really shitty. Even though I was fine with Chad's stand-ins, he was perfectly fine with mine. You know what? Because one of us, two of us didn't do something like this, and if one of us could have potentially thrown a stink in there. Uh, Something I also want to uh, add to this. I'm not a big fan of this rule. I don't think we should have to make, if you're a, oh yeah, right here actually. If you use a stand-in without admin approval, draft penalties, future series, forfeiting games or series, like just don't. There's a couple of teams in here that'll make sure you forfeit a series. I personally don't think, and this is just my thoughts. I'm not an admin, and there's been a call, probably for at least multiple seasons. I'd probably say for 2 years roughly. We need more admins for this league. I don't think we should be giving the admins extra responsibilities that they kind of don't need. I'll go back to like Echo League closing. They made Echo League people manually create the tickets because they didn't want the players to have the ticket, which mean the admins had to do even more work, which drained them more. We have a very limited amount of admins here, and I think this rule should kind of change. I think it should be if both captains can't agree to the stand-in, then they take it to the admins. I don't know why we're trying to make the admins do more work when they shouldn't. I really think there needs to be more admins, and Why are we using our limited resources on something that has been probably the same for probably like 27, at least 27, 28, 29, 30 seasons, where if both captains approve a stand-in and are good with it, they play the game. And then if one captain disagrees with it, you make a ticket, show the admins, and if the player meets the criteria, then it's approved and you move on. I don't understand why easy situations like Chad finding a stand-in with the same battle sending to me needs to be sent to the admins. And also, I know admins are on teams, and I don't think at 9:02 p.m. Eastern time, I don't think they really have the ability or maybe perhaps I'm wrong, the capacity to check my stand-in. And that was a mix-up on my end with that one, my one player, and it really sucked. Fortunately, we were able to find somebody, but let me know what you guys think about this. Maybe this rule maybe this rule is in place for a reason that I'm not aware of, but I figure if both teams are happy with it, uh, we should be happy. It could be because of the rules about no from a league above, or another one could also be the standing could be like below the rank. So like let's say my Archon 2 player turned to Archon 1. I mean, let's say my Archon 5 player turned to Legend 1, I could only still find an Archon 5, and maybe that's how they feel. Personally, I think if you are, and maybe that's the rule, I'm just a little unsure, but I feel like if we're going to have a rule in place like this where uh, our admins are going to have to see all these stand-in tickets, we need more admins. So I'm 100% on the train of more admins if we want to keep this stand-in rule. And yeah, that's it, everybody. More admins. Oh, dude, that didn't work. There we go. Check that. Check that out. Check that screen out. I got a hotkey and everything. Thank you all for watching. Like I said, let me know. Bye.